Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now on the return, Brendan Langley. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. The man in charge for this crew, the 6'1 quarterback from the University of Houston. It's the veteran Case Keenum.
And what a career he had for the Cougars. How about over 5,000 yards passing in 3 seasons there, each of 3 seasons? And it hasn't stopped because last year in Minnesota, 2017 for the Vikings, over 3,500 yards, went 11-3 as a starter. He still has the magic.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And good penetration here. He'll get this down to about the 49-yard line. Give a yard in the run there. It's going to set up a 3rd down 2. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. First carry for Devontae Booker. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready, and above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. They may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
First carry for James Conner. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
On 1st down, Keenum. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
When talking about Cameron Hayward, I think it's a mistake if people just describe him as a base defensive end because, yes, he does hold up well against the running game and holds the point of attack, but I think he also has very good pass rush moves as he makes his way towards the quarterback.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll run it here. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
False start, offense. Still 2nd down.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, Keenum. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
The Broncos send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And the Steelers set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Connor. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
They run with Connor. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Keenum. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. His 1st catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sutton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. Broncos with their 1st trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the 2nd level. you end up with the kind of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap for Keenum. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing is Keenum. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He's going to get it running right, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start with a give to Connor. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let this one go deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jesse James, 45 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the #1 thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Keenum. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. On third down, it's Connor. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So we played 1 quarter here on a Monday night, and it's the Steelers with the early lead. Charles and I back to Denver after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Now it's Connor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. Fighting and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 87 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Keenum now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Throwing now is Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The drive will start with Connor. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here's Connor, and this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. For Brown, that's his 5th catch. So 5 catches over 50 yards. You might as well set your watch to that. He does it every game.
Think about 2013. The only player in NFL history to have at least 5 catches and at least 50 yards in every single game in an NFL season. So that's not just talent. That's durability. That's dependability. That's a guy who really wants to play each and every week.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The offense trots back onto the field, and we take an in-depth look at Royce Freeman. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And they'll go on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Keenum. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Keenum now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll run it here. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Still 2nd down.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Devontae Booker, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Devontae Booker that's able to finish it off with a touchdown. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Smith-Schuster now to return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here we go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And that's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and short. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Fourth down. Here's Roethlisberger. And that is going to be incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, You know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner, and he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
On 1st and 10, Keenum. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone, it's Keenum. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Fights free at the 5. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Keenum. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. McManus's point after is good, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. James has got it. Complete. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play call. A little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Denver right after this. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rodgers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big, and we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Keenum. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Throwing on 1st down is Keenum. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. From the gun, here's Keenum. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And McManus able to put it through. and they have regained the lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. A nice little juke. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams, as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll go on the ground. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
All right, here we go. Blue 30.
Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Roethlisberger will throw. And his throw is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try to run it. This is counter. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know a field goal ties it, but I'm not just tempted to go for it. I say do it. At this spot of the field, go get the touchdown.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie us at 24 all. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
On play action, it's Keenum. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action here on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Javon Hargrave continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Keenum going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it's third down. The Broncos on third down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and a mile. Working from the gun, Keenum. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Now it's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. A loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they'll run it here. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. And the ball is knocked out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. Let's see if we can drive the bus here again on this drive.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Let's go, let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. And that is incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Again, it's Connor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McDonald. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Steelers on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Like 80.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And they'll go on the ground. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Boswell's kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Play action. Now it's Keenum. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Keenum now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Keenum. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, Keenum. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. High-scoring game. These offenses continue to hum and move the football. And I don't know about you, partner, but I'm starting to get a little winded here because watching them go up and down the field here in Denver where the air is rare, I think we need to go ask the chain crew how they keep up because they've been going up and down the field and handling this thing. That's a good point. I feel sorry for those guys at this high altitude. Keenum on first down. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. T.J. Watt in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Shotgun snap for Keenum. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. And he's got Hireman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. Throwing on first down is Keenum. He just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Keenum again. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun, it's Keenum. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And McManus able to put it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. And you've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. On first down, Keenum. And his throw here's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Keenum. Left side here to Sanders. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Now a first down throw. Keenum finds Jake Butt over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start, offense.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they'll run it here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Open man as Switzer complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On second down, Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now because a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On play action, now Keenum. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight, but I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Got him in, he finds Sanders. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver 1st down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Keenum. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start, offense.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Out of the gun, Keenum. He's got the hook up to Andre Holmes. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further.
Holding, offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, here's Keenum. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. T.J. Watt bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start, offense.
So that one will be accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. A shotgun snap for Keenum. Complete out right to Jake Butt. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Roethlisberger finding Rodgers, and the Steelers convert on 3rd down. Roethlisberger to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Set! Like 80!
Here's Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready? Lose 30!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now it's Keenum. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. And they'll run it here. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Let's go.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Now they try the right side here. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Booker on first down. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Well, after what we just saw, we know that with 3rd down coming up, this is not a gimme for the offense. They've got to figure out what they want to do. Do they challenge their offensive line and try and run it? Or do they go ahead and concede that this is a tough defense and put it in the air?
Keenum to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First throw in overtime now for Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? take care of it the rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tackles.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And on the ground they go with a running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And Sanders has got it complete. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Working from the gun, Keenum. Throwing right, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
On 3rd down. That's Lindsey. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This to win it in overtime. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.